We know the customers you love and your favorite trends. Jewel should always here, where your advertising friends will boost your social views with a trendy blend. With Jasmine Ofori guiding you, your success will never end.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to this live. We're glad to have you here. We appreciate you joining us today. I'm with a very special guest, and this lady will be speaking at the event that I'm hosting on February 28th between 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. EST. So, Gail Dixon is from the Hearts Movement, and she's going to be one of the speakers at this event. How are you feeling today, Gail?
I'm great. Thank you. And glad to be with you, Jasmine.
I'm excited to be with you as well, and I can't wait to hear you share what's on your heart today. So, Gail, in 2 minutes, can you describe what your zone of genius is or what you're great at?
Yes, I have been gifted with the ability to listen deeply at the heart level, to hear the essence of someone's soul and intention, and be able to find the words to help them express that, to put the words to their heart's voice. And so, what I do is work with folks to uncover that essence, that message that brings their life meaning and purpose. And in addition, to recognize the power of language and listening to shape our world for good. So I'm here to encourage people to speak and listen at the heart level so that we are all sharing our purest attention and intention for the highest and best good of humankind.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And what you're doing for a lot of your community is, I believe it's amazing, giving us the opportunity to voice what's on our heart. It's elevating and it also is freeing as well. Thank you
Yes.
so much for that, Gail. So before we move on to the next question, Gail, I'm going to be playing a commercial for the event that's coming up on
Great.
February. So, yes, brace yourself.
Okay, good.
Okay.
We are at it again. We invite you to join us on February the 28th. We're going to share strategies on how to stand out in a crowded market. I'm going to share 3 popular tips that Unity in Service uses to stand out in this digital landscape. First, you should engage regularly on multiple channels where your target market is active. Secondly, use a combination of public speaking, good social media content, make investments in podcast interviews, and collaborations to maintain top of the mind awareness. Consistent visibility builds credibility and positions you as the go-to expert in your niche. I am Dr. Patricia Rogers, and we look forward to seeing you on the platform.
Great.
Yes, fantastic. Dr. Pat is absolutely right. Consistent visibility definitely builds credibility, and you do stand out in a crowded marketplace. Gail, I've got a question to ask. So, what is your biggest achievement till date? Can you share that with us?
Yes. My biggest achievement to date, I think, is being willing to come out from behind the screen and be the person whose message is up front. I spent most of my professional career up to the point I entered my business in retirement, being the well trusted number 2 and crafting successful messages for other people's agendas and intentions, other people's plans and purposes. And I was really good at it, and the folks I supported did really well. But I realized that I was put here on earth to actually be the spokesperson for the heart's voice, to remind people how important the way they use language and listening is, and to put them in touch with what their heart most needed to tell the world. And I couldn't do that as a second in command. I couldn't do that from behind the scenes. I had to be willing and take the courage and the steps to be willing to be the person out front. So when I decided to really recognize that I am the heart's voice, I am the voice for the heart's voice, that I think was my biggest achievement.
That's when I was muted there, but that's fantastic. I completely agree with you there. You can't hide behind the scenes when you've got something to share. So at the end of the day, yes, you have to come out from behind the screens and just share your truth, and the right people will be touched by what you do. And you've done an amazing job, Gail. I must say, I enjoy coming to your monthly meetings. I come there feeling heavy, and then I leave feeling refreshed and more lighter. So thank you so much, Gail.
Well,
My
always
next
glad to
question.
see you there, Jasmine.
Yeah, thank you. My next question to you is, Gail, why did you invest in this speaking opportunity?
Um, Really, three reasons. Number one, I have been connected to Dr. Patricia Rogers in Unity in Service, and I know Dr. Rogers is your mentor and guide. And so I always know when I am in an event that she's associated with that it will offer the highest value and the greatest good, and it will be done with integrity and with professionalism. And so I love to be associated with events like that. Number two, I have become really a community with a number of folks who have been part of the Unity in Service network and community. And so I always enjoy the synergy that we can create together to give an audience value. I feel like somehow there's a divine order that comes together when we put together this agenda and this slate of folks, that when people attend the whole event, they can get the whole picture. They can get all that they need to take the next steps for themselves. And third, I'm somebody who says, put your money where your mouth is. And if I am someone who believes that visibility is important and believes that speaking your truth and your mind is important, then when I have the chance to do that, I need to be at the table.
Yes, that's absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better than you have, Gail. Thank you so much for investing in this speaking opportunity, and I look forward to your speech. Thank you so much. So before we end this live, Gail, if you could leave us with one word or one wise saying, what would that be?
Um, I would leave you with the saying with which I close my monthly meetings, which is speaking from the heart is an act of courage, and listening from the heart is an act of love. And so I wish all of you in your lives courage and love.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Gail. It's been fantastic having you here, and I wish you all the best.
Thanks. I look
Thank
forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, thank you, Gail. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we wish you all the best. We hope you take care. Bye bye.
We know the customers you love and your favorite trends. Jolene should always hear where your advertising friends will boost your social views with a trendy blend. With Jasmine Ofori guiding you, your success will never end.